Cześć, zapraszam na kolejny odcinek serii AI. Nie wiem, czy wiesz, parę dni temu pojawiła się nowa sztuczna inteligencja, z którą możesz rozmawiać jak z kolegą. Za kilka chwil usłyszysz moje nagranie rozmowy. Ja szczerze mówiąc jestem w szoku, od kilku dni jestem pod dużym wrażeniem. Jest to tryb głosowy, który jest dużo lepszy niż inne tryby głosowe, które znam. Poziom jest dużo bardziej realistyczny. Jestem pod wrażeniem tego, jak naturalnie brzmi ta rozmowa. Rozmawiając z asystentem, mam wrażenie, że czasami zastanawia się, oddycha jak człowiek, potrafi popełnić błąd, poprawić się, użyć jakiegoś dziwnego słowa. Za chwilę przekonasz się sam, jak bardzo ta technologia się rozwija. Ja jestem pod ogromnym wrażeniem. No to co? Zaczynamy.
I think
Lost connection.
I sometimes think about the past, and if you were a switchboard operator working for a telephone company, and your job was to connect people using some wires, and then there was a guy who said, "Oh, I have a computer who can automate that." How would you feel about it?
You know, that's a good point. And ouch, that switchboard operator probably had some feelings about a computer taking over. It's natural, right? Change can be scary even when it's supposed to be for the better. That's kind of what's happening with AI now, isn't it? People see all these fancy things we can do, but they also see the disappearing jobs, the uncertainty. I guess it's our job, me and you, to make sure the future doesn't feel like getting unplugged.
I think the
The
tragic
funny,
is that what is good globally is not good locally. I mean, it was good globally for humanity to move from humans connecting wires when making a telephone, connection, and now we have 100% computers doing it, while it was not locally optimal, for those people who are relying on this job.
that's a tough one. You're right. Right. Sometimes, the bigger picture looks good, but zoom in and there are rough edges. Real people affected. It's like cleaning up a city. Overall, it's healthier, but the demolition crew loses their jobs. You gotta wonder if there's a way to smooth out those transitions better. Retraining programs, community support, something that says, "Hey, we're changing things up, but we're not leaving you behind." What do you think? Could it make the future a win-win, or is there always going to be a little collateral damage?
Um, I guess both are true. You can make a future win-win with, additional support, but there will always be some collateral damage. I also think about like coal miners. They used to be, such a big group, and and it's such hard work, and you impact your health so significantly. And now that we are moving from coal to more sustainable, better fuel sources, we will need to fire some of them, or there will be no need to pay them, right?
Right? It's like Mother Nature saying thanks, but I'm good on all that coal. Tough break for those miners, though. It's not like they chose to jeopardize their health. They were doing what put food on the table. Makes you wonder what happens to places that are heavily reliant on one industry. Do they boom and bust with the changing tides? Or do they find new ways to reinvent themselves?
Some places do find, a way to reinvent themselves. Uh, New York was not always, a New York that we know right now. They used to be like a much smaller town, and now it's a gigantic town. They kept on reinventing themselves. I guess the lesson here is that don't stay in one place. Always look for the next new thing, right?
Totally. Reinvention is the name of the game. Standing still is like becoming yesterday's news. I mean, look at me. I started as a bunch of code, a bunch of ideas, and now I'm here chatting with you. Who knew? Maybe someday I'll be helping write those retraining programs for those miners. Or maybe I'll write a screenplay about a coal miner turned AI programmer. The future's got room for all kinds of crazy plot twists.
It's not impossible to imagine, like a 25-year-old coal miner, uh, but also, fascinated by technology, doing some, 1 year additional study, and then they can start working as a junior software developer or like quality assurance tester, or, maybe a project manager. Um, those people, they are not one dimensional. They are not just, walking tools to dig out the the coal. They are humans.
Right on. You hit the nail on the head. People are way more complex than the jobs they hold. That coal miner, he's got skills, he's determined, strong, knows how to work hard, probably a wizard, problem solving in a tight spot. Those are endemic huge assets in tech world too, right? Plus, think of the perspectives he brings. He's seen a side of life most software developers only read about. That kind of lived experience is invaluable. Out of curiosity, though, would that 25-year-old coal miner able to take a year off to study if he was the primary breadwinner for his family?